Hey guys, so this is a video that when I decided I was going to start doing videos about fishing and maybe some other outdoor stuff, I probably should have done this one first. It's kind of a video about my background as far as fishing outdoors goes. So let's just jump into it. A little bit about my personal life. I'm a first responder. I'm in law enforcement. I work in Middle Tennessee, right on the edge of Middle Tennessee in Putnam County, Cookeville, Tennessee, Putnam County area. So as far as my outdoors career go, growing up, always played outside. We had BB guns. Parents let us have BB guns. We would shoot around. We'd try to shoot squirrels and stuff like that. Wasn't a very good shot. No, my brother, he's a good shot. So we hunted, deer hunted. We would fish when we got the opportunity to. Really wasn't big into fishing growing up. But we were always doing stuff outdoors. All the way in elementary school up through high school, I played football, played a lot of other competitive sports. Maybe not organized, but for fun, played a lot of sports. So as I've gotten older, gotten grayer, gotten fatter, so I try to stay a little bit active if I can. As everybody knows, that can be hard. So I went fishing a few times with a buddy, and as they say, I kind of got hooked, and ran around the lake, didn't know what I was doing. I would throw a square bill and a Texas rig brush hog on Old Hickory Lake. I was living in Lebanon at the time, and that's about all I would do. I got into throwing a shaky head a little bit, and could catch some fish. Didn't really fish any tournaments until 2015. We fished a gambler tournament out of flippers on Old Hickory. I had an idea that the fish were going to be in or around the weed beds. It had been about a week since I've been on the lake, so I didn't know exactly what was going on. But I'm not endorsed by Gambler, but in their tournaments, you have to use their baits. So I went and grabbed a handful of swim jigs and some of their, I think, burner crawls. And I decided that I was going to use that, and I was going to flip a burner crawl under some laydowns. So me and my partner, we ran down through there. We flipped a couple in. Nothing good. We ended up culling that fish, but we hit those grass beds, and it just came alive. We ended up catching a little bit over 19 pounds that day and winning. So that's the only tournament I've won, as far as out of a boat. Being the boater, that's the only tournament I've won, which was exciting. There was 80 something boats, and that 80% luck factor for me. I think that factor's gone down a little bit now, maybe to 60% luck, because I think I've become a better fisherman. So from there, I started fishing BFLs and ABAs as a co-angler. My first year in the BFLs, I had some success, cashed a few checks, ended up making the regional at Lake Hartwell that year. I don't remember the year it was, but we went out there. I caught a couple fish that first day, but second day didn't do anything, and then obviously didn't make the third day. So after that, I started fishing the ABAs, and the past 2 years, I have won the points race in the ABA Open Series, the Central Tennessee Division, and that's on the co-angler side. This past year, so we made the championship to the Ray Scott, which was on Eufaula, It's a 4-day tournament. The better you do, the longer you fish. It's the first 4-day tournament I ever fished, and it was exhausting. I don't know how some of these guys do it, but it goes back maybe to being older and kind of fat. So, but in that tournament, on the last day, the top 25 fished, and I was fortunate enough to fish on that last day, and I ended up 21st overall out of 190 something people. So that was a pretty good showing, I think. From there, I fished out the rest of the regular season in the ABA, in the Open Series, and it came down to the last tournament at Kentucky Lake, and I was able to catch enough to win the points race again. So the last 2 years I've been very fortunate. Winning the points has really kept me fishing. ABA pays your entry fees if you win the points. So the last 2 years, as far as their tournaments goes, I've pretty much fished for free, except for the $50 to $60 I give my boaters each tournament for gas and oil, whatever they want to spend it on, just trying to help them out a little bit. So that's kind of me so far. This next year, and the season's already started. Like I said, this is a late video. I should have got it out already. Things happen in life. By no means are we poor. Obviously, I'm sitting in the basement of a house big enough to back a 20-foot nitro in. We have everything that we need, but still, some things you got to put on the back burner. So this year I wanted to fish boater, but some things came up. We had a beautiful new child. My biggest thing was, of course, being at home to help out, and also I don't want to be a boater that doesn't put his time in on the water. I don't think that is fair to myself. I don't think it's fair if I get paired with a co-angler. So I don't want to be the guy that shows up to the ramp that hadn't practiced. Now, are there some guys that do that? Yes, but a lot of those guys that are able to do that are a lot better fishermen than me, and it's their home lake, so they can afford to do that sometimes. But I don't want to be that guy because I don't know enough. But as you can see, I'm sitting on the front deck right now. I've got great Lowrance graphs. I've got an Ultrex. This is a Nitro Z8. It's a little bit older boat, but it works great. It's got a Mercury 250 on it. I'm not sponsored by any of those people, but that's just a little about my boat. But that's where I'm at right now, kind of in my fishing career. What is it, March 24th or something like that, 2020. So the past 2 weeks, as far as personal family life, have been phenomenal, and it's really helping me and my family, and hopefully that'll turn into helping me maybe be able to fish boater this next year coming up. We'll see how it goes. Things can always change. I do anticipate hopefully trying to get into BFL or two, maybe as a boater this year in the Music City division, but we'll just have to see how things go. So guys, girls, check out Phantom Outdoors. All right, they've got all kinds of fishing clothing, hoodies. They've got the sun shirts. They have buffs to cover your face, hats, everything. If you are a first responder, they have stuff for you. If you have a family member that is a first responder that likes to fish, that likes to hunt, They have clothing with firefighter, police logos on it. Just so you can kind of sell your brand, whatever you have going on in your life. They make great gifts, and the best thing about them is they're good quality and they're really reasonable priced. The quality is as good, if not better, than some of the major fishing brands out there. And I'm not knocking their stuff, but it's just the truth. And you're not hitting that $60 for a hoodie. It gets expensive. So also, any money that you spend with them, they donate a percentage of that back to first responders. So check them out. Phantom Outdoors. They're out of South Carolina. They've got what you need when it comes to fishing apparel. So check them out and see what you can do. Please like this video. Feel free to share it. I'm hoping maybe to start a YouTube channel, but we'll just have to see. Got a lot going on. So we'll be back on here. If you got any questions, comments, feel free to comment. You can message me on Facebook if you need something. I do have access to a discount code for Phantom Outdoors. If anybody's interested in that, I'll be glad to pass that along. Thanks for listening, guys, and stay safe and enjoy this nice weather.